Good morning, folks. Hope you're doing well out there. My name's Sandy. This is Sawing with Sandy. Today we're going to do some drilling though. We got some work ahead of us here as the snow is quickly approaching. The temperatures are brisk, and so I'm going to get right down to it. What we're doing today, at the top of the post where the beam meets the post, we're putting in some through bolts. You can see there I've already done that far side. There's 4 per post and beam combo, so I've got 4 to go on these 2, and then obviously another 4 to go on those. Now we're a good chunk of the way up there, and so it is a little bit more of a slow go. Safety is always my number one, and so I move carefully, make sure I'm watching what I'm doing, but we get the job done nonetheless. So I'm going to get up there in a moment. We'll get the drill fired up, put the holes in, put the bolts through, and then that part of the job will be done. Now if you're wondering how I'm getting the power out here, because we are in the middle of the woods, I'm not using a generator, although that is brand new. We'll talk about that in a minute. What I'm using is this, and you've seen this before in the channel. It's my Bluetti setup, and so that's actually going to power things. And this works really well for all my tools, with the exception of my air compressor. When an air compressor kicks on, it draws an awful lot of power. It's just not quite enough for this unit. Turn the AC on, and we'll turn these on. So it's not quite enough for this to power my air compressor, which runs my air nailer there. And so that's why the generator's here. This is new to me. This was a long time coming. This thing is powering that air compressor, and I'll also probably use it for a bunch of other jobs. This thing's a pretty big unit, pretty hefty, 8,000 watt running, and then 10,000 watt, as you can see there on startup. One of the most important things that I got with this, electric start. So that's going to be a nice upgrade for me. And you can see you can run 220 if you want, and then obviously I can run my other power tools. But the only downside about this unit here is it's a straight generator. It's not an inverter slash generator. An inverter basically allows it to idle down when it doesn't have a big draw of power. This unit though, it just revs at the same RPM the whole time, and so the only downside with that is it is louder at all times. I do much prefer having a power source like this, the Bluetti, just because it's silent. You don't even know that it's working. But as I said, I need a bigger generator for bigger equipment, and that air compressor there, when it fires up, as I said, draws so much power, it needed just that little bit of extra. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking, get down to it. Here we go. I know people will say you got a dull drill bit. This drill bit's brand new. The wood is just extremely wet. I just cut the tree down, and so what you see is actually steam, the heat from the blade, the drill bit and the friction, and heats up the moisture in the log, and then obviously you get the steam that comes off that. But there's one. We'll get one more in here. Let's tighten up that chuck, shall we?